Okay, so we're going to make another bottle using a different method. This is using lofts, or rather, we're going to create one loft through multiple profiles. So let's go ahead and start a new part. And before we start our first sketch, I'm just going to show this top plane. And then we're going to go up to, well, we got that highlighted or selected. We're going to select a new plane, and we are going to have it at 2.5 inches up from that plane, but we are going to add 2 more planes on top of that, and you do that right here. So now we have a total of 4 planes. Okay, we got those there, and we're going to keep them showing for now. Okay, so let's do our first profile. This is going to be on the top plane. We're going to do a center rectangle, right? Second one down here. Center rectangle, dragging that out here. And before I dimension it, this time I'm going to do a sketch fillet on this. And something I wanted to show you guys, it's a kind of a quick one. So rather than doing, clicking on all these different lines, something you can do too is you can select the entire rectangle. So this is going to have, let's go ahead and do our parameter first, a 0.5. And then I'm just going to select the entire thing, just like that, big selection box. Okay, so now let's get our dimensions in here. Height of 2, width of 3.5. Okay, turn this a little bit so we can see. Now I'm going to do a sketch on plane 1. So I've still got the one showing, the previous one showing, and you're going to need to have that showing. So if it's hidden, make sure that you've got the little eyeball showing here, right? On, off. Okay, so I'm going to do another rectangle. I'm going to have that coincident right here with that diagonal. So I'm going to make sure that's right there. And then I'm going to do a sketch fillet for these. These are going to be 0.5 as well. Select all those. And my width is going to be 2.5. And if you see any blue in here and you're not defined, make sure that the diagonal here that you use to create your rectangle, this new rectangle, this is coincident with the other diagonal from the previous sketch. It will need to be. You do not need to add a height on this because you have a coincident on those diagonals. We have 2 profiles. We're going to do, on plane 2, we're going to convert entities from the first sketch. So we're going to do a sketch on plane 2. I'm going to spin the view a little bit so this is easier to see. I'm going to highlight sketch 1 and go to convert entities. It's going to put it up there. And once again, you can do that in reverse too. You could go to, if you didn't have it highlighted, you could go to convert entities, and then it's going to ask you, what do you want converted, what entities, and you would select that sketch and it would do the same thing. On plane 3, we are going to do our last profile. Circle in the center, tangent with this line here. There we go. Now we have our 4 profiles for doing our loft. So for loft, we go to lofted boss base right here. And we're going to select our profiles, and we need to do this in a certain way. You either work from the top and go all the way down, or the bottom and go all the way up. So I'm going to hit the same entity, right, that's going to translate. So if I want to do this, the logic is you would do this line, this line, this line, and the circle at the top. If you were doing like an arc and a line and a other point on the other side, it's going to twist it around. So be logical. Line, 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 circle. Now you're going to want to expand this start-end constraints. You're going to make this normal to profile. And your end constraint is going to be normal to profile as well. Now you want to add a few displays down here at the bottom. This probably looks like this. These lines probably aren't showing for you guys yet. So go down to options here and make sure that you've got these selected. I'm missing one. Let's see, mesh preview. So it looks like I'm missing a curvature display option, but I think it's on by default, so I think it's okay. Mesh preview, you want to select that and have your mesh density to 4. And zebra stripes, if you select these, show the different curvature changes through the shape. This is not something you keep on, but it does help when you're refining your overall shape. So we're going to that's just how to turn that on. We're going to keep that off. Okay, so let's turn some of these things off. I'm going to hide these planes. And I'm going to hide my first sketch here. A few more things. We are going to add a constant fillet down here at the bottom, symmetric. This is going to be 0.25 and just this whole bottom edge like that. And then a sketch on this top circle, which we are going to convert entities for that circle there and extrude that up 0.75 and merge result. And shell it, thickness of 0.125 and opening up that top surface. Now we have our shell. That is our lofted bottle. If you wanted to see the inside, you could select a section view and you can change the plane here where you want that temporary slice to be able to view. Move the arrow. And then you can change direction as well. You can change the angle. There's all kinds of things you can do. So I'm going to just hide that, but that's how you would view that. And that's your lofted bottle. To learn more about our program, check us out at fvcc.edu. And for more tips and tricks, subscribe to this channel.